When the news broke that Lee Heeseung would be leaving ENHYPEN, the reaction was immediate. Shock, confusion, and one massive question from fans. Why does a solo career mean leaving the group? Within hours, social media exploded. Petitions gained over 1 million signatures, and protest trucks appeared outside HYBE headquarters. For many fans, this wasn't just another lineup change, it felt like the loss of the group's main vocal backbone. So, what actually happened behind the scenes? Why are fans demanding answers? And what does this mean for ENHYPEN's future? Let's break down everything. The announcement that shocked fans. On March 10th, Belift Lab, the agency behind ENHYPEN, made a sudden announcement. After extensive discussions, Heeseung would officially withdraw from ENHYPEN. The group would continue activities, but now as 6 members. However, the announcement came with one surprising detail. Heeseung is not leaving the company. Instead, he will stay under Belift Lab and pursue a solo career. That single detail is what immediately confused fans. Because in K-pop, solo activities while staying in a group are actually very common. Many idols release solo albums while continuing group promotions. So when fans heard that Heeseung's solo career required leaving ENHYPEN entirely, it raised a lot of questions, especially considering his role in the group. Since ENHYPEN debuted in November 2020 through the survival show Island, Heeseung has been widely seen as the team's main vocalist and musical center. He's the member many fans describe as the group's ace, which is why the news felt so sudden. Heeseung's personal letter. Shortly after the company's announcement, Heeseung posted a handwritten letter to fans. In the letter, he reflected on his journey with ENHYPEN. He wrote that the past 6 years had been filled with moments too precious to describe. But he also explained that he had been working on personal music projects for some time. According to Heeseung, after sharing those projects with the company, the two sides discussed how best to present his music. Eventually, he made the decision to follow the direction suggested by the company. His goal, he said, was to return to fans with an even better version of himself. And importantly, he emphasized something else. Heeseung said he would continue supporting ENHYPEN from outside the group. But for many fans reading the letter, it still didn't fully explain the biggest question. Why couldn't he do both? Fans demand answers. Within hours of the announcement, the reaction across fan communities was massive. On platforms like X and Weverse, Engines, the fandom of ENHYPEN began sharing their thoughts. Some were heartbroken, others were supportive. But many wanted more clarity. That frustration quickly turned into action. A petition appeared on change.org, urging Belift Lab and HYBE to reconsider the decision. By March 12th, the petition had already gained over 1 million signatures. The petition's message was simple. Fans support Heeseung's artistic growth, but they believe a solo career should not require leaving the group. And many fans pointed out that other artists under the same company have successfully balanced both. So, why was this different? The timing made it worse. Another reason the announcement shocked fans was the timing. Just weeks earlier, ENHYPEN had released their 7th mini-album, The Sin Vanish. The album continued the group's strong global momentum. Their vampire-inspired storytelling concept had been expanding with every comeback. And the group was also preparing for packed promotions and fan events. So the sudden departure announcement felt completely unexpected. Even fans who supported Heeseung's solo ambitions questioned the timing. Some fans commented online saying, "As a loyal fanbase, we deserve the truth." Others asked why a successful member like Heeseung couldn't simply pursue a solo album while remaining in the group. Without additional details from the company, speculation quickly filled the gap. Rumors and fan concerns. Whenever a K-pop member leaves a group suddenly, rumors tend to spread quickly. In this case, some fans began wondering whether the decision was entirely voluntary. To be clear, there is currently no evidence suggesting that Heeseung was forced to leave. But the lack of a detailed explanation has allowed speculation to grow. Some fans also began raising concerns about Heeseung's well-being. One reason was a clip that recently resurfaced online. During a recording for the fan cheer guide of the song Big Girls Don't Cry, Heeseung briefly appeared to doze off during filming. The clip circulated widely among fans. For some, it sparked conversations about the intense physical and mental pressures idols face behind the scenes. Again, nothing officially links the departure to health issues, but it shows just how concerned fans are about him. Protest trucks return. As the controversy grew, another familiar K-pop protest tactic returned. Protest trucks? Some fans sent LED trucks to HYBE headquarters, displaying messages demanding answers. If you've followed K-pop fandom culture, this probably sounds familiar. But interestingly, this situation also reminded many fans of a moment from K-pop history, one that happened 17 years ago. The J-Park comparison. Back in 2009, another idol departure shook the industry. That was when J-Park left the group 2 p.m. At the time, Korean media had translated old comments he wrote years earlier on MySpace, where he expressed frustration about living in Korea as a trainee. The controversy exploded online. Soon after, Jay Park announced he would leave 2 p.m. and return to his hometown in Seattle. The situation became so big that American media even covered it. Fans organized protests, petitions, and demonstrations outside the company. Looking back, many fans say it was one of the earliest examples of global K-pop fan activism. Now, with the protest trucks appearing again for Heeseung, some fans say history feels like it's repeating itself. Not because the situations are identical, but because it shows just how passionate K-pop fandoms can be when they feel something is wrong. ENHYPEN's response. Amid all the reactions, the remaining 6 members of ENHYPEN also spoke out. In a message to fans, they acknowledged how shocking the news must have been, but they also made one thing clear. They respect Heeseung's decision, and they plan to continue growing as a group. The members said the hardest part for them was seeing fans worried and upset, because ENHYPEN, they said, exists for Engine, and they promised to work even harder moving forward. For fans, the message was bittersweet. It is confirmed that the group is ready to continue, but it also marked the beginning of a completely new chapter. What happens next? The next few months will be crucial for both sides. For ENHYPEN, the challenge will be adapting to life as a 6-member group. Heeseung's vocals have been a major part of their sound since debut, so fans are curious how future music and performances will evolve. At the same time, Heeseung now faces the challenge of establishing himself as a solo artist, and expectations are incredibly high, not just because of his talent, but because fans have spent years associating him with ENHYPEN. His upcoming solo music will likely reveal more about the artistic direction he hinted at in his letter. The fan message. Despite all the debates, one message has appeared again and again in fan discussions. Support both. Support Heeseung. Support ENHYPEN. Even the viral petition ended with a simple statement. Fans believe both can exist together. Heeseung can grow as an artist, and ENHYPEN can continue evolving as a group. The real question now isn't just why this happened, it's how both sides will move forward from here. For now, fans are still waiting for more clarity, more explanations, and maybe, eventually, a moment where both sides can reunite on stage again. Because for many engines, one thing hasn't changed. Heeseung will always be part of ENHYPEN's story, whether inside the group or standing on stage as a solo artist.